Hello everybody, just getting set up for a stream. Hope everybody's doing well. Josh, you're here as expected. Nice to see you. Got here early. Haven't even posted about it yet. That looks good. Oh, I sound muffled. Hang on. Let me move my microphone closer. Let me know if that's better. Okay. This should theoretically be good to go. I am going to be painting up this little frog guy. Let me know if the audio is... Excuse me, okay. I have just a little bit of a cough lingering, so my voice might just be a little weaker than usual. Everybody's going to be really cool about that. But I've let the good folks know that we're streaming. So we should be live. Oh, jeez. Hello, Nora. Painting a frog while sounding like a frog. Yeah, sorry. I'm doing my best, but you know, you do what you can. Illness is, it's not fun. But I need this frog to be done. He's for a root campaign that I will be playing in tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Sunday. I'm not playing in person, but I just like having, I like having examples of what my character would look like, around for, I don't know, posterity's sake. It's the major, like, downfall of online gaming is that, you don't actually get to, like, use miniatures. So, I'm still gonna paint them, though. No one can stop... Oh, Jesus. Nothing except my cough can stop me from that. What up, Slayers? Hi, Brady. I'll try and keep the coughing to a minimum. But that's why I haven't really been able to do as much streaming as I would like lately. I've been a little under the weather. I've done a lot of assembly recently, which is also, like, it's productive. It's just not fun. I'm just trying to get the base coats done on this guy, and then we'll see what we're gonna do from there. This was kind of my only plan for this stream was you need to paint that frog, so do it. And I mean, when am I not gonna take an excuse to paint a frog? I love frogs. They're cute, they're silly, they're great. Oh, the mini is just out of frame. Well, that doesn't help at all, does it? I'm so sorry. Here he is. Here's the boy. You can see him. The camera wants to focus. Come on. I don't know how beauty bloggers always get their cameras to focus perfect. There we go. There he is. This is, his name is Captain Butterscotch. He's a pirate. And his ship is called the Root Beer Float. He loves shiny things. Probably loves stealing. Also. Yeah. Here comes that boy indeed. Bumped my knee into my hobby table. That's not great. I'll do my best to keep him in frame for you. Thanks, Mary Beth. I'm a beauty YouTuber icon. Yes, let me teach you how to apply eye makeup to this little frog. He's a little frog. Hi, Chris. How's it going? Yeah, I haven't actually gotten the chance to play the Root RPG yet, but I'm really excited. Me and my friends, we made characters, and some of them are like really cute. Mark, who you may remember from my Adepticon stories, made an opossum who's also like an arsonist, so I'm sure that's not going to cause any problems in the woodlands whatsoever. I did not do a very good job of base coating this. We're going to have to make some corrections, but that's okay. Occasionally the struggle's a little bit real. Ooh, you're painting dwarf pirates. Well, I'm sure you could paint makeup on a mini. Like, a lot of people will have to find some way of rendering that for, like the busts that people paint. That are like, here's a huge face for you to put a bunch of detail onto. Like, I don't really see a way that that would not be something that would need a little bit of makeup work here or there. Wow, lots of dwarves being painted today. I guess I missed the memo. Even if I had gotten the memo, I don't really paint a bunch of dwarves, so probably still wouldn't have painted a dwarf. For anyone who's wondering what this fantastic miniature is or where you can get your own, this is by probably one of my favorite 3D sculptors that's making stuff right now. The name of the sculptor is Papunky Creatives, and all of the sculpts are like just the most adorable little animals in funny costumes. I also have like a frog wizard. There are some really cool like rabbit nobles, stuff like that. Sculptor only puts out like 2 a month or so, but they're always so cute and so detailed. So I'm really excited to actually have a reason to paint one. I screwed up that eye really bad, but that's fine. I'll just fix it. I did not 3D print this. Kraz, my friend, did. This was part of... Oh gosh. I'm struggling to remember now if it was a birthday or a Christmas gift. But I was gifted a whole bunch of miniatures that Kraz printed. It was a birthday gift, I want to say. Yeah, definitely birthday. And pretty overwhelming. Just so many lovely things. I was very spoiled. I have a lot of really wonderful and talented friends that go to the trouble of making my celebrations a big deal. And it's always very much appreciated. The past 2 birthdays that I've had, my friend Adam, who lives in Ireland, stays up way too late talking to me on Discord for hours on end. And it's been very sweet because if nothing else, if like I wasn't able to scrape together any other birthday plans or anything like that, at least I knew I would get to have a Discord call with one of my very best friends. And that can be very meaningful. So it's always lovely to see how different friends can put in the effort to make you feel a little bit special on days like your birthday. So, yeah, when I got this batch of gifts, I mean, who doesn't want an amazing pirate frog? Like, everything is so cool. If I did have a 3D printing company, though, yeah, I mean, this is the kind of shit that I would make. It would be a lot of cute little guys. I feel like I should get a miniature made of my little logo of Starboy, the little goblin alien that you see in the corner. A lot of people call Starboy a goblin when they're actually an alien, but I mean, I paint both a lot of goblins and a lot of aliens, so either way is fine. I'm just glad that other people like the character. This is like a really tricky part of this cape to paint. And basically no one's gonna see it, so I shouldn't waste too much time on it. But I'd still like to do a good job. With this character, I've just decided to paint everything in, like, all of my favorite pastels, because it'll make me really happy. And I think that's a smart way to go about it. And of course, there's a cat hair on this piece. What piece of mine has managed to escape getting cat hair on it? Not a single one. I'm pretty sure that I put the knight into the Golden Demon case with cat hair on it. The chances are high. Hi, Noxious Bones. Thank you. I'm trying my best. And that counts. He looks really cute, if nothing else. I don't know what color to do, like the scabbard and the sword. I guess I have all the other belts this, like, mint green color, so I'll do that, and then maybe I'll do the scabbard white and the hilt gold. I think that could look good. And then I have to do the eyes as well. And fix up some of the base coats, but really, I don't know how much fixing I'll do. I'm trying to do this without a wash. Usually I'd use a wash, but I want to see if I can... well, I might do a wash on the coat, because it has, like, a print on it. So I might just slap some panel liner on there to really bring out the kind of embroidered designs. But I want to see if for the rest I can just practice my highlighting to make that look good. I like the idea also that this is just like his blankie that he's wearing as a cape. So I might add like a kind of blanket rough texture to it or something. You know, that texture that blankets have. The cat hair adds texture and character. Maybe. You could say that. I don't know how true it is. I am hydrating. Wearing a pool towel as a cape, look like the cool kids playing Superman. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe we're going for here. Oh no! Remember to put your mini back onto the base so that it doesn't take a nosedive. Top tip right there. That's just some free advice. I bet you weren't expecting that kind of high-level painting insight on tonight's stream, but you guys are just cool, so you're gonna get it. I did get some better lighting, so I hope things are showing up a little bit better, a little bit crisper. It's still my phone camera, because of course it is. But you know, we're making do. Just to curb your expectation. No, that was not an intentional drop of the miniature. It was accidental. It was a genuine, authentic fumble. think these parts are supposed to be black. That looks right. I've never painted the eyes where they're like sculpted in like this, so that's kind of exciting to try out and see how those look. Because I don't know that I would have like thought to paint them on in the same style, but I think that they look good, so I think I'll have to like add in a white highlight or something, but they should work. I'm very much going to be giving this guy a goblin green base at the end. 100%. I have green flocking that I'm just going to apply with some super glue or whatever glue I find. So that choice has been made based on I think it looks cute. Which is the perfect reason to make any and all of your decisions. Yeah, let me grab a link for excuse me, for you. That way you can paint your own little guy. I mean, all the sculpts are just great. They're really top tier. That should be a link to their Instagram. Just fixing up a few areas here. I spent part of today reminiscing about Adepticon because Eric's Hobby Workshop put out his Adepticon experience video, and I was just like, oh man, I'm reliving the con. I want to go back. But I guess, you know, I should probably wait until my next Golden Demon entry is ready, because I wouldn't have anything to enter at this point. So I suppose it's good that there's time. Yeah, I'm just not going to worry too much about the area that's under his cape. That's kind of ridiculous. Nobody's going to see it. I'm going to prioritize the areas that people will actually look at. Crazy as that sounds. I do think we'll have to do a little bit of candy detailing on his hat. His name is Captain Butterscotch, after all. And that hat looks like it could fit some ice cream in it. So I think we ought to do it. Oh wow, yeah. Having the pre-sculpted eyes, that turns out adorable. Oh, that's so cute! I love that. You don't have to worry about how to paint the eyes because they just paint themselves. Well, they don't paint themselves, but you have a clear indication of where to paint them. What did I use for the whipped cream on the night? Hang on, let me have a drink of water and I'll answer that for you. There is a Japanese subculture of making extremely decorative phone cases. And often they will do like cutesy candy themed ones. So people sell supplies for making these decorative phones, and I think Decoden is like the name of the I guess art movement or the technique or whatever you would call the process. So it's like a whipped clay substance. I don't know if you ever wore or saw back in like the 90s those like earrings that looked like they were spiky little balls, but they were just plastic kind of stuff. It's basically the consistency of that, like a Claire's spiky earring. And you can just pipe it through like a frosting bag essentially, and you'll get the pattern and effects that you need. So that's what I used. It also does work as a adhesive, so you can stick stuff in it, like you can sprinkle sprinkles directly into it, or in my case, when I was making the base for the Strawberry Night, I could stick the kind of gingerbread tiles on the base. I could stick them right to it with some of that whipped clay. It does take about 24 hours to completely dry, so you do have a good working time with it, but it's definitely something to keep in mind because there have been times where I've like rested my wrist like right into it, and that's not been the best. Yeah, the fake whipped cream stuff is great. I've also found, because the stuff I was getting from my usual supplier on Etsy, just wasn't, it had started getting, like, really difficult to pipe, and the quality was not, what I was used to, so I started looking for other places to buy it, and, if you search for, whipped clay, on like Michael's website, you can actually buy it from there, and they may have it in stock at your local store, which they did for me. And it's actually a better price than what I was buying it off Etsy for when you factor in shipping. So for like, I think like $8 or $9, I got a couple bags of it. And I'll show you that in a bit when I decorate his hat, if we get there tonight. They do ship, Brady, so if you need to, you can order online. And usually I'd recommend the Etsy small business that I'd been using before, but like I said, the quality just stopped being up to my standard, and I didn't want to deal with that inconsistency, so I wouldn't really recommend that as a product if it's not gonna work the way that it should. I don't want you to purchase it, but you can if you want. I've recommended it in previous videos on the subject. So you can check that out. I think it's in my, like, cereal basing tutorial. That's actually one of the that's probably the question about The second most asked question about the night, people first ask me, where did you get the idea for this? To which the answer is really, I don't know. These things just sort of come to me. Truth be told, I could not tell you where the ideas originate. I have them and then feel compelled to act on them. But when you kind of paint everything in a cutesy style, sooner or later it just sort of gets to be second nature. You just know. I've hyped up the next project that I'm gonna do for that Night Army quite a bit, though. Now I'm a little intimidated myself, but I'm sure if I just stick to it, it'll all turn out okay. I actually do have syrup effects. You would have seen some of the strawberry syrup on the night, but I think with this guy we're actually going to be doing a caramel sauce effect. And I do have this product, which is from our friends at Tamiya that I had to import from like Hong Kong because they don't really sell it in America. But I found someone, again on Etsy, who was willing to ship to the United States. And that is how I got these Tamiya products that honestly slap. They're great. I wish they had, I wish they sold them in the US because they're fantastic. I have the caramel one, I have the strawberry one, I have the chocolate one, which isn't as good as I want it to be. I wish it was like a little bit more of the translucent quality that this caramel one has. And then there are ones that I haven't tried. Like I have a blueberry one and a kiwi one and a honey one. But I didn't buy all of them. Maybe I should buy a few more. I just dropped a cat hair in that paint. Let's try and avoid that as we're painting. We'll see how we do. It's a fun new challenge for us. The only problem in working with these pastels is none of them have the best coverage in the world. And I don't have the patience to do a million layers a lot of the time. And usually my solution would be like, yeah, the wash will take care of that. But like I said, we're going to try and not use too much wash on this. Because I feel like I rely on it quite a lot, but I learn a lot from the attempts where I don't use a wash. So we're trying to learn a little bit today. Yeah, Tamiya stuff can be really hard to find. If you're for some reason interested in purchasing the dessert sauces and are struggling to find them, you can always DM me and I will send you a link to where I found them. I can't guarantee that they'll still be in stock or anything like that, but I can try and help out. Okay, so I want this to look more caramel when I get that painted. But we need a lighter shade, so let me see if I can doctor this up into a caramel color. It's probably a little bit too much yellow. See what we get. Well, actually, that turned out pretty good. Yeah, we can work with that. Listen, I'm not doing 25 thin coats, okay? It's not gonna happen. The more I sit there and read and look at and think about that, the more I'm just like, I don't want to do that. That sounds like hell. Walking in his nose has certainly given him a little bit more of a clown appearance as opposed to a frog appearance. Oh no. This might have been a step too, like, too much of a step up in highlighting. So I'm gonna have to see if I can fix that a bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it by adding more, but that's where we're at right now, so that's what we're going to try. Just gonna keep putting paint on until eventually it looks good. That's art and science right there. And if it ends up looking worse, I can always paint over it. That's the nice thing about paint. I can do it again. But I need him to be like a sticky looking caramel frog. Because I've painted chocolate frogs before. I haven't done a caramel one. And I just really like how the caramel sauce that I have looks. I can't say that I'm going for smooth blends on any of this. I'm just trying to get some amount of shading. An indication that light and dark might exist in this world. I think that's not bad. I might go in and stipple in some little dots with like a darker brown color. But I think for now that looks good. His collar really needs some shading, so we'll do that. Peppermint seems like a proper flavor for frogs, yeah? Glorping it on is more my style, I would say. Particularly because I like the use of glorp as an adjective. That's a good one. Yes, I am just gonna mix all of my colors together. And it's either gonna work or it isn't, but... hell if I'm gonna be neat about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go lick a frog to see if it's peppermint flavored. I'll just take your word on that. I think that's basically indistinguishable from just like what the base color is almost without mixing. You get to see some of my unhinged thumbnail blending techniques. These are forbidden, and just that they don't work great, and people shouldn't do them. But for some reason, I think that they're worth it some of the time. Like, this isn't a good idea, Fives. Just stop. Just quit while you're ahead. Nope. We carry on. No shields. We die like men. And I mean that in, like, the context of being dumb while playing a video game. Not that men are the only people who can die. Or that not dying. Or that, like, a lack of will to die is somehow... I don't know. You know what I mean. I'm just saying it for the meme. You probably shouldn't die. I mean, eventually, everything dies, but don't go out of your way to be an idiot in video games like I do. Oh, he looks really cute. I mean, we knew he was gonna look really cute. The sculpt is cute and lends itself to cute little nonsense things like this, but yeah, I wasn't prepared for how cute this was gonna be. There's some like little rivets here. I'm just gonna paint. This could probably use another coat. Just slap that on there. If I was being a tryhard, I might go and paint like peppermint stripes on it or something. But I'm not today. I'm just going to add a little bit of shading to the blue as well. I tend to paint cute minis. They're definitely what I prefer to paint. Cute or goofy. And sometimes vampires, but not the sexy kind of vampires. Usually just the goofy kind of vampires. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. So next step, we're going to add just a little bit of texture by stippling some little he's a frog, so I feel like he should have a couple of speckles. like a little stray hair on this brush that is going to completely mess with me while I'm trying to do this. Oh, they kind of look like little chocolate sprinkles. That's perfect. They give them a little bit of like a cookie texture. It doesn't really matter, just that they're cute. Yeah. Everything is just in pursuit of, does this make the miniature cuter today? I know that he has two little sculpted nostrils. I'm gonna see if I can just... get the little dots where those are supposed to be. Yeah, because that looks great. I think I'll make his little fingies dark brown too. Like he got them dipped in chocolate. Where it's like webbing of some kind. You know how frogs have like webbed fingers. You knew it wasn't going to be my mini unless I put some amount of freehand somewhere on this guy. Great. Okay. I think that's our base coats done. We're going to apply a very selective wash. With the best wash known to man. We love Tamiya dark brown panel liner. This is the best thing. I love this panel liner so freaking much. It's basically the same as any other Tamiya, but I don't know. This color just tends to work out perfectly with how I paint. It's like not as aggressive as the black. So it's just right for what I want to do. Was bring out the pattern on that coat. I'll get just a little bit around the belt buckle too, so that's highlighted. Oh, dang it, that ran down into the pants. That's okay. We'll be able to pull that back. Stuff like the mouth and the eyes are also going to be okay. Yeah. Oh, and I have to paint the sword metallic as well. I'm actually kind of mad almost that the panel liner looks good in those parts. I might just add it to the skull because that'll look cute. Kind of make it stand out, yeah. Okay. That's all for our selective wash. I'm going to remember to clean up that little bit that ran down into his pants. And then we're going to paint some metallics. Hopefully I have a non-shit brush that can clean that out. Yeah. That looks good. A non-shit brush, I say, while choosing probably one of the crappiest ones. I don't have any good brushes left, except for the ones that I regularly paint with. They're mostly gone to shit. Is it acrylic based, the panel liner? I have no idea. I don't think so. I just like the color of it for how I paint. It works really well with my stuff. Your mileage with it may vary. If you're not routinely painting ridiculous candy things, it might not be worth it for you. Okay, that looks good. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna get some stuff for his hat to make that all candy effects. So BRB for 1 second, because I have to go grab my whipped cream product. So I'll go grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Hopefully that was just like a tube. And this stuff in here is clay. And then you can seal it with the cap so that you don't have to like use it all at once. You get just like piping tips. Same as you would do for like icing or frosting or any other shit like that. And then, theoretically, I'm gonna get a little something to practice on. Should be able to just pipe it and get little whipped cream dollops, just like that. There's a little dollop there, so we're just gonna do it right onto his hat. And it's gonna turn out great. That's adorable. Excellent. I think that's great. And that's literally all I'm gonna do for adding whipped cream to him. You just needed a little dollop. Let me see if I have any little embellishments. I've got some fake chopped nuts. I've got fake sprinkles. This is the grass that we're going to be putting on his base. I'm sure I have something else. Ah, yes. This is perfect. I have these really tiny little red sprinkles, and I think if I put one of them on the very top, it'll look like a very tiny cherry. But I want to put the caramel sauce on before then. So with the Tamiya sauces, they get air pockets very, very easily. And they're not as thin as you think they're going to be. So, like, you do actually have to kind of put it where you want it to go. You have to guide it. It won't just flow naturally the way that perhaps you're thinking it might. And it's definitely a product I'm still kind of getting good with. I think it would be kind of funny if I filled his hat with caramel, though. Like, that would be cute. Cute and silly is definitely what we're going for. Now it's gonna pipe on this kind of weird semi-opaque color. But as it dries, it takes, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours to dry. It will turn a nice, beautiful caramel color. And I've got a mini that's dried somewhere. I've put it on one of my smaller baby nights. That I guess I could, like, grab if I wanted to show you what the finished one was going to look like. Just want that to fill in with caramel there. I'm trying not to bump into the clay aspect too much. I think he looks pretty cute. Very silly. Now this is going to be the hard part, because I should have tweezers, but I don't. Oh, almost. Perfect. There we go. There's our boy. You played against a BTS doll collection? Oh my gosh. That's so funny, Keegan. Did Suga and Jimin and RM and the rest of them wreck your shit? Or did you take down the most popular K-pop band in the world? Last step to do is, I don't have any other glue to hand, but super glue works just as well. I'm going to put the grass on his base. It's nice and thin super glue, so it's flowing everywhere, which is what we want. It's just gonna be me trying not to super glue my hands to everything, which is probably inevitably going to happen. I'm very fortunate that he has this great hat, which is just perfect for picking up not damaging paint job or candy effects. Gonna really pack this thing with grass, and then I will probably take it outside to blow the excess off, because there's no good spot in my house to do that without getting grass literally everywhere. So, if you wouldn't mind excusing me for just a brief second, I shall return to you shortly. I swear it. Thank you so much for waiting. I'm back. J-Hope was the last man standing. Well, he is everybody's hope, so that suits. That is... Here's where we are now. I hope you can see that. I hope that's showing up. This is our little guy. Like I said, his hat's gonna dry with a better caramel tone. It just needs some time. But I think that Captain Butterscotch is ready. We'll have to paint the base rim, but I'm gonna wait for the grass to dry, you know? I think he looks cute. I'm very happy with the way that he turned out. And he'll look a bit better in a little bit of time. So we're going to set him there for now. And we're going to pat him on the head metaphorically. Because we can't actually do that. Or the caramel will be ruined. Which we do not want. Thank you, Painting with Pug. I'm glad. I'm pretty pleased with him. Just gonna do a quick tidy of these supplies. Because I like to know where all of my candy supplies are, specifically. This isn't a problem that everybody has, but I certainly have it. Sure, Josh, I'll show you the frog again. Here he is. I have to be very careful not to tap him on the head or anything. Like I said, he's going to need a little bit of time to dry. But I think he turned out pretty cool. I literally do have an organizing rack that I mostly use just for candy supplies. It's just they're not all regularly sized because they're from various different sellers. So it's a little hard to fit them all in. I certainly have a drawer. The frog wins Golden Demon. He's not a GW model, so he can't. I can grab another model. I could paint for a little bit longer with you guys. I have a model that I've been really excited to paint, but I can't decide whether I want it to be a video or not. It's the one that Trent sculpted for me, and he looks kind of like Party Boy. So I don't know. My heart is torn as to whether to make content with him or to simply let him exist. Trying to think. I do have some Relic Blade shrimp. I can paint those. I don't know what colors I want to use. Let me grab those. These little guys for Relic Blade. He still has a little thingy on his, what should we do? I need to figure out where my clippers are and cut that off. Opening drawers, closing drawers. Nothing's as organized as it should be. Oh, it's probably on my other desk since I was totally not assembling. Found him. There we go. Now, I have no idea what I want to do with these models. Which, you know, I should probably figure out before I start painting them. They're shrimp, so red or salmon pink. I mean, yeah, that's the obvious route to go down. But I think we've kind of established I don't tend to paint within the rules of regular society all too often. Although, I should probably paint them red, because that would go with my, the rest of my Swedish fish-themed Relic Blade team. Even though I painted the crab as a cotton candy crab. So maybe these should be cotton candy shrimps. That could be cute. We could do one that's blue with pink armor and one that's pink with blue armor. I just like to add some variety in now and again. Keeps things interesting. I think that's what we'll do. You're always saying sleigh, and it always makes me happy, Brady. I'm like, yes, it is gonna be a sleigh. Totally. I'm probably gonna need more blue than that, but I feel like future fives can discover that. No, current fives, let's be responsible. Let's get a good old scoop of blue. I just want it to be slightly lighter in color. Yeah, I feel like that's a good cotton candy that we've gotten. We found it. Obligatory joke about whether there's more paint on me or the miniature. Hello, Wraith Gaming. Thanks for stopping by. How are you tonight? Painting anything interesting? Oh, nice. Cool. DJ gig sounds like a way more fun job than my day job. Hope that went well for you. I do be posting on the Goobertown server when I stream. There's a lot of good folks over there. I've made some incredible hobby friends on that channel. Or that server, I guess. It's a very loving and supportive community. Plus, Brent is the one who originally talked me into picking up Relic Blade. You wouldn't know it from his videos, but in person, he's he gives you quite the hard sell for Relic Blade. It's worked on me and my friend Mark, so if you're ever by the Relic Blade booth and you see Brent there, you're probably going to be walking away from that booth having purchased Relic Blade. Just a forewarning. I don't regret it though. It's pretty cute and it's pretty fun. The only problem in my eyes is that the miniatures are metal, and I don't love working with metal minis. Looks like we already have some pink on the palette, so I'm just going to use that. I did buy Relic Blade. I actually bought Relic Blade at the last Adepticon. And then I played Relic Blade against Brent at Gen Con. And then I got a couple of extra units for my Apostles of the Deep faction at this Adepticon. I got 2 shrimps and a crab. Probably all have, like, in-game names and stuff, but right now they're just shrimps and a crab, because that's what I know. I actually got the last 2 shrimps, and then while we were at the booth, like, the shrimps come in a pack of 2. I got the last pack of 2 shrimps. I did not buy 2 packs. But while we were at the booth, a couple other people came up looking for the shrimp, and the creator, Sean Sutter, is the name of the creator of Relic Blade, had to tell them that they were sold out. And then Brent was like, yeah, 5 are here, just bought the last shrimp. And then I was like, oh, thanks for telling them that the reason they can't have the miniatures that they want is because of me. Brent's a funny guy like that. He definitely likes to get a joke or 2 in while he can. But as you can see, I did not get murdered for my Relic Blade shrimp, so all's well that ends well. Your day job is recording gaming videos. This is your weekend job. Oh, well. Sorry that you have to suffer through this dog shit recording setup. It's not great. This is me with my phone camera painting miniatures, and it is what it is, you know? I just don't have the money to upgrade to a better camera right now. I've had to spend it on other things, like fixing the water damage in my roof and stuff like that. And just, also, you know, I wanted to go to Adepticon more than I wanted to buy a nicer camera, so stuff like that. Maybe I could budget better for a nicer camera, but this is where we're at right now. It looks fine. Thanks, Brady. Yeah, I think it does. It does just fine. I'd like to have, like, a camera just for, I guess, ease, really. Like, there's a lot more adjustments I feel I could make with a camera that I can't or don't know how to do with my phone. But honestly, this is fine. What kind of gaming videos do you make, if you don't mind my asking? Are they the tabletop sort? I know sometimes it's really boring to talk about your day job. I try not to talk about mine. But your jobs sound cool, so I'm gonna ask about them. Mostly Minecraft. Okay, fair enough. I guess the kids are still into Minecraft these days. Oh, cool. Do you stream on YouTube or are you a Twitch streamer? I stream on YouTube even though it's the inferior streaming platform, but I hate Jeff Bezos that much. It's probably not that the people who run YouTube are any better, but I'm unaware of their crimes at this time. The shrimp have extra spears, which I didn't know where they went before, but I can see now that that hole is clearly where they're meant to attach. So I'll have to get those primed up later. I think that's also a little pauldron kind of thing here. Got really focused on the shrimp. Oh man, that sucks that Twitch was doing that. You should definitely let me know so I can sub to your channel. Oh, or well, I suppose I can just search Wraith Gaming, because your username is right there in the thing. I forget sometimes that I don't need a link for everything on this planet. I will subscribe. I can't say that I'm the target audience for Minecraft gaming, but I'll definitely check out some hobby content. That's the kind of stuff that I'm interested in. Particularly if it's Zotes or Knights. Those are the two best things. I think we can all unanimously agree. Probably just add the blue on this shrimp, and then I'll have to call it a night. Because A, my phone is dying, and B, my voice is dying. Which we all knew was happening. I've had a cough. I wanted to see if I could push towards an hour and a half, though. And we're nearly there. And I'm very proud of us. We all did this together. I've missed streaming. I've wanted to stream so much this week, but I've literally not been able to talk. I've been coughing too much. Like, I was supposed to run a game of D&D for my friends tonight, and I was like, I do not think that I can do it, because if I talk for more than, like, an hour or two sustained, it's not happening. So, I was hoping I could still get a stream in, and there's been some coughing, but we've all endured it together. I think we're the stronger for it. I think we're all succeeding equally. Did I have COVID? No, I didn't have COVID. I just had a lot of con crud. I tested a bunch of times for COVID. I didn't have COVID. Um, but I did also have people in to paint my house just as I was feeling better from the con crud. And I'm sure the paint fumes, as well as I have a pollen allergy, and springtime's really just begun to set in where I'm at. So I'm sure fumes plus recovering from con crud plus pollen just created a lovely situation in which I was like, I have developed a cough, and this sucks. But it's fine. I will recover. All is well. I love that I'm not really sure if they're supposed to have leg armor or not. Like, I just can't quite tell from the sculpt, but I think it's funny if they have little leg warmers, so they're getting them. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's some progress made. Yeah, a lot of people at Adepticon did get COVID. They did get COVID. Yeah. No, I know a couple people who had said they got it. Alright, so you can actually just start to see, maybe, like, I'm not sure how well the camera is going to pick it up, but around the edges, you can see the caramel starting to get a bit darker and go a bit more translucent. So, it'll take 2 or 3 hours to fully happen, but it's already started. So this guy's going to look great in just a little bit. And I'm so happy. He looks so cute. I love him. Captain Butterscotch. We've got the 2 cotton candy shrimps. And then that's going to be just, that's it for the stream, really, in terms of what I've worked on. I'm just going to spend a bit of time tidying so this can round out to a nice hour 30. No one means to get COVID at these things, but, like, there's so many people. There's too many people. And you know that not everybody has been taking masking and vaccinations and stuff seriously. That there's certainly still a risk of COVID at events like Adepticon, which is unfortunate. I think it's sadly going to be a long time before the world considers how to make events possible for immunocompromised folks. And that's a real shame, because a lot of them are extremely important parts of this community. And great artists and hobbyists themselves. So keep remembering that, you know, COVID is real and it's not a government hoax and all that crap. We gotta all still try and do our part, even if it's boring. Yeah, the vaccine does not prevent COVID. It just makes it harder to catch it and, you know, increases survivability chance. How do I get my avatar thing to move when I talk? I use a program for that. Thank you. Yeah, my friend drew up the animation. I paid my friend CJ to, and they walked me through how to set it all up. I don't really have the energy or technical expertise right now to go into the full process, because it's a little bit involved, but it's really fun, it's really cute, and I prefer having a little guy as opposed to, like, my face on the internet. I don't need everybody out there in the world knowing what I look like. That's just a little creepy to me, so I use this cute little character that I made. I think that's a lot more doable for me. Alright. Well, yeah, we got about a minute. Any last questions from anybody? Oh, I know what we want. We can get some sleepy cat content. Haven't been any cats on this stream because they've all been behaving weirdly. I don't know what's up with that. We can get a sleepy lobster. You snoozing, buddy? Oh, did I wake you up? You sleepy lobster? Yeah. I did wake him up by moving too close to him. Go back to bed, buddy. Don't worry too much. He naps constantly. There's a big yawn. There's a big yawn. What a good boy. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody, Lobster, and tell them that the stream is over? Do you want to tell them? Okay. Lobster says goodbye, everybody. The stream is over. Oh, wait. Josh asked, where is Hector? Hector is over there. Hector actually wants to be the one to tell everybody the stream is over. Yeah. You're such a good boy. Josh says for you to meow and freak his cats out. Hopefully you heard a couple of Hector's meows. Yeah. You a talkative boy? You a talkative boy? You're my good boy. You're my good boy. Alright. I think we've got the cat content in there. I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!